with like their patches. Thank God.
That is very cool.
I need to take him away because we have Love Island finale to watch, and he's deep in Love Island. Don't let him convince you otherwise. He likes
Look,
it.
Stewie.
Wrap it up.
Wrap up my.
It's always good to wrap it up, so wrap it up.
Wrap up my wiener. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another bail review. I've acquired another reseller's entire inventory. Last night, I saw a post on Facebook Marketplace, and it said for $100, I'm giving away 250 items, and I saw some kind of vintage tags at the top of the pile, and for things like that, you can't really ask to see more pictures or more tags because people don't really want to deal with that on Facebook. They just want to get rid of the whole pile. So I thought, well, for $100, for 250 items, that's like less than $1 an item. There's got to be something in there that's worth it. And it was on the other side of the city, so I was like, oh, do I really want to drive all the way to the other side of the city and get it? And from first look, I think it's easily gonna pay off. Saw some Carhartt, some Polo, some Ralph Lauren, yada yada. The story behind this big pile was apparently this guy's daughter had a Poshmark / reselling business that she did with her boyfriend. And the story was that his daughter broke up with her boyfriend, and I don't know if that meant that they were doing it together and they didn't know how to like divvy up the inventory, so they just like bulk sold it and split the cost, or what the story was, or if the dad just sold it out from under them. I don't really know. He said he needed the space and his daughter wanted it gone, was his story. So we have this giant pile, which is definitely a whole lot more than 250 items. We're gonna count it up. We're gonna do a review, see what's all in here, and get kind of a approximate rough cost. I think there's some good stuff. There's a lot of just reprints, garbage stuff. Maybe she went through it and picked out all the good stuff already, and this was all her stuff that wasn't selling, and she just wanted to get rid of it. Who knows what the true story is, but we're gonna be doing a Facebook Marketplace bail review. Let's get into it and see what we got. Don't mind all this stuff. This didn't come in these bigger boxes. That was from a Goodwill bail that I got a long time ago. But everything in this pile and these small boxes I got from the girl. And I pretty much, for less than half the amount of money, I probably got as much clothes or more, and way more resellable clothes than I got in my last Goodwill reseller box that they're starting to sell now. I'm also curious to see if all these ones that are bagged are higher end items, because there's a whole lot of stuff that's just random, but she has a lot of stuff that is bagged, so I don't know if those are higher end items or those are just the stuff that she had listed, or why these ones are bagged and the rest of it is not. But it will be interesting to see what she's all got in here. All right, there's an absolute metric ton of stuff here, so we're gonna go through this really quick and give honorable mentions to the really good things and spend more time on those. But we're just gonna go really fast through this and try and sort through this as fast as we can, because this may be a long video. First up, Harvard Champion. I believe a lot of this, I think, is gonna be just stuff that she thought was cute or might sell. I don't know a ton about my Champion tags, but I've never had good luck with them. I know the reverse weaves do well. However, I think some of this was just stuff that wasn't selling, or she took a gamble on, because some of it is really modern stuff and some of it is quite vintage. Like this I saw last night, this Boy Scouts of Canada official button down. It's very cool. Boy Scouts of Canada, look at that tag, made in Canada. It's got the patches. This is a keep for sure in my book. This Harvard one, I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to make a pile of keeps, maybes, and no-goes, and then we'll break it down from there. Wrangler camo shorts, keep. American Custom Rides biker tee by Faded Glory, which I believe is a vintage brand. I don't know if it's made anymore, but a lot of their stuff I think is in that vintage era. We'll keep for now. And if I'm missing something that I should keep that I didn't, please let me know in the comments. I'm not super good on my Hanes and like Gildan tags, but here's a Hanes heavyweight tag. Tie-dye, I don't know if this is just a regular tie-dye that someone put on a blank tee, or because this is a vintage tag, I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. Next up, we got a Ralph Lauren, or a Ralph Lauren black tag, which I do believe sells quite well. I think the black tag is quite valuable. That is a keep. Another pair of Wrangler baggy camo shorts. Here's some of the bagged items that I was talking about. Don't know if they're bagged for a specific reason. No tag. I'm definitely gonna have to Google Lens a bunch of these. I'll put this in the maybe pile. Anything that I feel like I need to Google Lens will go in the maybe pile. This is a 10 Tree National Geographic lab, so this could be a actual big keep. It'll go in the keep pile. Next up, we got a Who Banty from 2015-2016, coming up on 10 years. It's getting there on vintage, getting close. I know some people get very angry when I say it's coming up on vintage and it's not at that 20-year mark. Adidas Tag Heuler. I don't know if this is a collab or something. I will have to look into it, but Adidas, usually a decent eBay item, at least for 10 bucks or so. Cashmere Lord and Taylor. These like preppy brands I don't know anything about, so I'm gonna have to Google Lens these. Again, I don't know if it's something that they knew was valuable or they took a chance on. I've never sold them or like seen them, but it is interesting to see what other people's inventory looks like and what they had luck selling or didn't. In this case, we don't know. Strength Refined, kind of a Y2K button down. This should definitely sell. Got lots of embroidery, kind of loud stitching down the side. That will be a keep for sure. The kids Pokemon Charizard, a little bit of staining on the hood. I saw this last night. I think it's like a 2024, so not vintage. I'll throw this in my kids pile and maybe sell it on a kids whatnot show. We got Model France, this very loud butterfly. It's got some staining in the neck, so I'll throw this in the maybe, but this looks like anything loud print like this usually does good on eBay, but I'm not entirely sure. Notorious BIG, it's like a reprint. This will probably be a maybe to no. This is definitely not vintage, just a reprint tee. May sell, it's pretty small, so I'm gonna put this in the no pile for now. Calgary Flames on an older Reebok tag, should sell. I'm in a very big hockey town, so that should sell. This again looks like a very eBayable item, but I don't know anything about it. Art Dochelza, there's the tag. Cool print, probably will sell. I'll throw it in the yes. This shirt called Melody by Melody Perot. Cool graphic tee. Don't know anything about the brand. Looks like it has potential. We're going yes. Graphic tee on a Fruit of the Loom heavy. Throw it in yes. I believe that's a vintage tag. Texas A&M, a little bit beat on a Champs printed tag. Don't know, we'll throw that in the maybes. Got a Banty Kings of Leon. Doesn't have a date, so I'm unsure if this is a reprint, but I don't know how much reprinting they do on more modern tees. We'll throw that in the keep. A lot of this should be good for the price that I got it at. Should be good to just sell for even like $5 or $10. We got a Family Cow Prince Edward Island Stewie. This is like a 100% cotton, like a meme tee. These meme tees always do good for me on Depop. They sell eventually, like Spencer's type t-shirts. A newer Anvil tag, I believe. Proper 12 Irish whiskey. I'm gonna say this is a garbage. Let me know if I'm wrong. Here we go. A True Religion up next. Just blank, it's stained. I might throw this in the garbage because it's got a little stain there, but it is a True Religion. I will throw it in the maybe pile. A Playboy women's crop top will go in the sell pile. Another Playboy hoodie. Star Wars tee. Really know how to tell the date on these. I believe it's official. It's on a Star Wars tag. Throw this in the maybe pile. Next up, we got a pair of Carhartt overalls. In theory, they're very thrash, but I've sold a more thrash pair like this for $100 on eBay. So at minimum, I should get 50, and that'll pay for our lot regardless. Crotch is kind of beat, very thrashed. Even if you get 40 out of them, we're almost halfway to paying off our lot. That'll be a key. Fidelity, the women's jean jacket. Would have to maybe that Mount Rushmore South Dakota tee or sweater on a Jerseys tag. We'll throw that in the yeah. Got a Pink Floyd reprint. Might be able to get 5 or 10 out of it. Well, maybe. J. Crew wool. Never had much luck with these wools, but we'll throw it in the maybe. Life is Good. Halloween pumpkin spice. This is probably garbage. I'm not really sure why she would have kept this one unless it's some type of brand that I'm missing. Still double stitch. I'll throw it in the no. Last Kings, made in the USA, so has potential to be vintage. Being that it's made in the USA, I'm not sure. We'll throw this in the maybe. We'll have to Google Lens it. Next up, we got an NFL on a Gildan heavy cotton. A Budweiser shirt. Tier shirt. Collab with the NFL. Should be good for something. SpongeBob reprint. Kind of crappy material. I'll throw it in the maybe. I'm unsure if I want to list this stuff for like 5 or 10 bucks to get some money. I don't know if the listing and the time it'll take is going to be worth it, and I also don't want to water down my Depop store with crappy stuff, but someone will pay $5 or $10, why not, you know? So maybe I'll do some of it and see how it goes. But I'm gonna throw this in the no for now. A 12 Monkey Vape Shop store made in Mexico. I'm not really sure why this would have been kept. I'm gonna throw this in the no. Feels like a very modern t-shirt. Canucks Hockey Club, maybe on a Bella Canvas tag. I'm gonna throw this in the no. Michigan University tee, modern, throw it in the maybe. I really hope we find some vintage like band tees or something banger. Got an all over print Green Lantern, probably will go. I'll throw it in the yes. Polo chaps. I've never had luck with the chap style tag because I believe it is more modern. I've sold the OG polos, but we'll throw this in the maybe. It does have a bit of a stain, so I'm just gonna toss it. It's not even really trying to get it out. A fairly pilled, beat up North Face. I'll throw this in the maybe. Might be an eBay for $5. Cutler and Buck. Kind of a knit quarter zip, maybe. Some Kappa. They look like kids pants, so I'm not sure if they'll sell. They're very small. We'll go maybe. Up, Down, Up. Faction, probably a garbage shirt. Heartland, I don't know if this is a TV show or a band. 2007, could be worth something. I'll throw it in the maybe. I'm guessing it's probably not, but maybe. Texas Rangers, I'm not good at my baseball, but definitely newer. Gonna say garbage pile. Five Nights at Freddy's. Kids, getting a little bit worn. Tags cut. I'll throw this in my kids pile, but probably a no. Cool Lone Cypress. It's kind of like windbreaker material. Kind of a cool jacket. I might keep this for myself. It's got a bit of a stain there. Cool jacket, but I don't know if that stain will come out. We'll go maybe. Like, things like this, I'm just not really sure. Tory Richard. Cool pattern, but unsure about it, so maybe pile. Snooze You Lose. Pink. I've recently been put on by the YouTube comments that pink is good to sell, so I'll throw it in my yes pile and see how it goes. Adidas. Addy 12. Addy Twine. Not really sure. This is like a golf collab maybe. I'll say yes. Should be an eBay item. Zane Robe, Motor Raw. I believe Zane Robe used to be a good brand. I'm not sure. It should be a yes, but we will Google Lens. There's gonna be a lot of Google Lensing. Batman Joker tee. Maybe. Here we go. This looks like it has potential. Graphic, but more modern, and it is stained in a few places. We'll say maybe just for the graphic. Gildan Heavy Cotton. Front is blank. Back has a cool hit. I'm gonna say no. J. Crew Women's Pant. Unsure on those. We'll say maybe. Jaws Tee. Reprint, maybe. Bowie, long sleeve, not really sure, maybe. / Google Lens. Flash on a flash tee on a made in Canada naturals tag. Could be vintage. We'll say yes. I have another flash shirt that hasn't sold yet, but Poetic Justice, Tupac reprint, 2019, 6 years. I'm gonna say no, which is junk. Superdry hoodie. Tried to sell Superdry pants. They have not sold, but I know this was a big brand, so I'll say yes. Anime shirt reprint. I'm gonna say no. Killua reprint. Rhythm Speaks. Looks like a reprint. I don't know if this will sell or if this is a no. It doesn't ring a bell, so maybe. This feels vintage. A one piece. This should sell. This is old. I can just tell by the touch. Official one piece stamp on the back. Heavyweight. Small hole, but decent condition. Couple stains. Should sell. Twain reprint. I'm gonna say no. Star Trek reprint. I'm gonna say no. Thrasher women's crop top. Yes. These lifeguard hoodies were so big when I was in high school. They were very popular. I don't know if they still are. We'll say yes. Hugo Boss women's golf tee. Maybe men's. Say yes. Chaps women's chap. Maybe. There's so much stuff here. Poetic Justice and the Tupac reprint. I'm gonna say no. System of a Down anti reprint. I'm gonna say no. Ninja Skills. I'm gonna say no. Ooh, it's an official Fruit Ninja t-shirt. Maybe we'll say maybe. Retro brand. I believe this is University tee. Well, maybe. And Google Lens. Rick and Morty reprint. Maybe. Big Bang Theory Bazinga. Star Wars tee. Anime reprint. Promised Neverland. If you've never seen the Promised Neverland, great anime show. One of my favorite of all time. Maybe. Very underrated. Tragically Hip. Band tee reprint. Maybe. Let's bust open one of these boxes of bag things. Gold label round tee button down. Some more button downs. This whole box is button down, so I don't know much about them. Paul Frederick. I don't know if these are eBay items. Looks like the colors are good. Good condition. This one's stained a bit. Those should sell. Boston Celtics shorts. Hardwood classic tag. Those are a yes. All these button downs. We got Wrangler button down. More Wrangler button down. These might be vintage Wrangler button downs. Not really sure. More Wrangler button downs. This is very cool. Bay Club. Got studded little beads on it. More Wrangler. Pepsi t-shirt. Maybe. Rawlings baseball. Maybe. Distillery, 2 birds, 1 stone. Kind of a cool Depop shirt. 1 stone. It's got one seagull's got a joint in its mouth. That's kind of cool. We'll say yes. Seem to all be little like meme shirt. Let's go streaking. Is official Marvel, but probably a no. Stained up. Cool graphic. I have to sell this for cheap. We'll say maybe. Roper 12 English. This is the second one of these I've seen, so I don't know if there's something to that I'm missing, but I'm gonna say no. Made in USA. Inoa. Not really sure. It's got a cool, very loud print, so it's probably an eBayable item. Official DC Comics Marvel tee. Might be good for a Whatnot show. We're not even like halfway through this. Fox High School. Stranger Things hoodie. I have another Stranger Things that hasn't sold, so I'll throw this in the maybe. Another like brewing company maybe. Oh, this is an Office TV show shirt, maybe. Greg Norman, or button-ups. Chaps, probably a no, but a button-up. A modern Paris, St. Germany, Air Jordan. Some more cool country button-downs. Got a cool logo on the back. It's on the front. Yes. Franklin and Ellen. I'm assuming this is a vintage Wrangler. Very cool. Jack and Jones. Unsure on that one. More Wrangler. Another cooler button-down. Arman. Eddie Bauer, never had luck with it. I'm gonna say no. Ralph Lauren Denim Supply. All someone's hard work of bagging, and I'm just unbagging everything. I'd really like to find some cool like Affliction super dry tee, Y2K Affliction style, as I was just saying. I'm sure she took out the really good bangers, but we found some good things. We should have paid it off. 2024 conference, Indiana Pacers final. That should be good for something. I don't know if this is a football team maybe or a university team. Say maybe. Not really sure on this one, but it's a cool graphic style. Western graphic tee. This is very bad quality. I don't know anything about this. Fake Love. Quality feels horrendous. I say no. Jungle Nook. Another one of these LA Naughty Run DMC. Unsure. I'm gonna say no. Space Jam tee. This might be the first like true vintage graphic. That one's cool. That one is very cool. Space Jam graphic tee. Another very cool vintage button down Western shirt. Chamberlain Outfitters. Yes. Another reprint graphic on a Chip and Pepper tag. Unsure on that one. But yes, it looks like it has potential. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tee on the front, on the back. Maybe not great quality. Official NASCAR tee. So yes. Dickies button down. Cool graphic on the front and back. Corvette reprint. New Rodeo. This one's stained. On a newer tag. No. Another anime shirt. We'll say maybe. There's so much here that I don't even know what to do with. Captain America hoodie. Kind of cool. Yeah, got the Mounties on the shirt. Kind of cool, maybe. Here's a band tee I see. Oh, WrestleMania. Yes. Echo pants. Very cool. Echo should sell. Boda tractor tee. Very cool on the front. Nothing on the back. Johnny Cash reprint. Kind of cool. Like another eBay item. No wrinkle. Hugo Boy. Assuming this is another like anime shirt. Like a knockoff G-Eazy. Queen 2018 tour. Newer. 10 years old. Office hoodie. Like a reprint. North Face paratrooper pants. Kind of paratrooper-ish. Graphic tee, reprint, Hot Wheels, kind of cool, but it is pretty stained up on the bottom. So I'm probably gonna throw that away, but it is a cool graphic. Maybe sell it for cheap. We'll throw maybe. These are all pre-bagged, so we'll see. Captain's Crew, I don't know, just so generic, not vintage. I'm not sure why some of this was Captain Finn, and it has a stain, so I'm gonna say no. Not sure why she kept some of these. Tom Petty, band tee, 2008, 20 years old. Gazian tag, Gazian, WWE. Here's a Fruit of the Loom HD, Resist Drugs and Violence. Dare program tee, those I believe are quite good. Pizza 73 t-shirt, not really sure why that's kept. That's going in the garbage. Calgary Zoo and a Canada Sport. Wilson Sport tag, Tokyo Ghoul, anime, maybe 5'4", couple stains, cool on the back, cool hit, well, maybe. Budweiser, Steelers collab, Hunter x Hunter anime tee or long sleeve. I don't even know how much more I should be going through this. If I should just be calling it or just start flying through it. Moosehead tee in the package still. Maybe a kid's skeleton. Good for Whatnot show. It's kind of cool. Shell gas station. Fargo Black Ops. Jonathan Taze. This, I believe, is a vintage Eddie Bauer. Calgary Flames hoodie. Disney tie-dye. Echo hoodie. That should be good for like 30 at least or 40. Looks like it's in really good shape too. So between this and our Carhartt, probably paid for a lot already. The Struts. Band tee. 2016. 10 years. Northeast University. Kappa pants. Not in the best condition. Kind of coming off here. More Kappa. Kappa hoodie, should be good for another 30. TNA should be good to go. Pink, front and back. Pink Floyd, reprint. Collarhead, oh, never mind. Gas Monkey Garage, not really sure on that one. I would say it's probably a no-go. Button down Lynx, don't know anything about that one. LINCS. Take Two tag, Christmassy. Cool graphic, we'll go maybe. More Tokyo Ghoul. Beaver Canoe was very big in high school for me. A lot of these are reprints, but every now and then find something decent. Loki, Marvel tee, reprint. Marvel X-Men, cut off sleeves. I've never seen this Ralph Lauren tag. Golf version, assuming it's good. Maybe it's modern, but Roy Lee Design Riders, button down. Gildan graphic for like a pipeline or like a car maybe. Kind of cool. Another one of these cows tag tee. Stewie was on it as well. Assuming that's something good, but don't know. Another reprint. Overwatch video game. NFL Seattle Seahawks. A kind of like raincoat t-shirt. Full zip. Sunnits. Never heard of it. Hugo Boss golf tee. Formula One team shirt. I wonder where they got, like, some of the things they have in here are very cool actually. They found them at the bins or where they're finding some of this stuff. A cool beer shirt, got all the different types of stuff on there for the like pubs maybe. Kind of cool. Great ones. Hawk Good Burger. Not really sure. On a Gildan. Newer Gildan, I believe. I would say no. Hello Kitty. Button down. Call of Duty Modern Warfare tee. Cool. Should be good for something. Reebok. Toronto Maple Leafs. Loophole. Very old player. I think he was decent as well, so that'll be a maybe to yes. Alfred Dunner. Spy Family. Another anime. Gildan blank t-shirt. Not really sure why that's in there. A Hanes modern print. San Diego Zoo. San Diego Comic-Con. And maybe Tommy Bahama, which is an eBay item, which I've heard mixed reviews. Usually the brand is good if it's more loud and unique. So this probably won't sell, but it might. Arizona State on a new agenda tag. Kentry shorts. Travis Matthew chinos. LL Bean shorts. Got a stain on the back, so probably garbage. Bob Marley acrylic tee. Potential Hawk and Bull Barn. Interesting. Kind of a funny t-shirt. Kind of cool. Couple stains on it. It is on a Penguins tag. Probably good for something. Does look vintage. Feels vintage. Reindeer Games Christmas tee. I would say this is probably junk. Vans Kangol, I believe, is decent. I think Kangol shorts sell decent. Neon Budhaw. Not really sure on that. That'll be Len. Here we go. Honorable mention. Religion. Buddha. Ula. Sure, decent. Looks cool. Ula Pakim. Homer Simpson. Pajama Pant. There's so much stuff here still. All over print. Eminem maybe? Emadio? I have no idea who that is, but it is all over print. Kind of cool. Guess shirt. Very cool stripes on it. Should sell. Reprint of some sort. Pink Floyd reprint of some sort. Under Armour. Gildan graphic tee of some sort. Pearly tee. Kind of cool. Rolling Stones. Loki. Made in Canada. Vintage. Bolton tag. Vancouver Canucks. Molson Canadian Philadelphia Flyers collab. That's very cool. Very cool tag. Marvel reprint. Billie Eilish tee. Should be good. Something. SpongeBob tee. MMA shirt. Kind of cool. On a MMA elite tag. Would love to find a good pile. Something. Six Flags tee. Kind of funny Spencer shirt. Welder up. Show us your junk. Kind of cool. Deadstock Boom Boom jeans. Still got the tag. Unsure on those. Some type of anime jersey. Snake Eyes kind of rain windbreaker quarter zip. Vintage Vancouver Canucks. This one is very cool. And a Bolton tag. Very old. Very, very cool. Hockey. Bat Moose. Banff t-shirt, probably junk. Thing 2, Universal Studios, Boardwalk, Aaron Sport, decent eBay item, I'm assuming. Kapalua Collections, golf shirt, Cutler and Buck, has a stain, probably garbage. 2010, I don't know if that's a NFL team or like a rodeo CFR, like that, the like rodeo thing. Batman, sleeve hit, Zynga, Big Bang Theory, reprint, Gildan graphic tee, GT, car, Ford on the back, that one's kind of cool. LRG, I haven't listed a ton of these, but I do have a few up. Haven't sold them. NASA tee reprint, probably junk. Tommy Hilfiger tee. Alhan Auto Parts, probably junk. A&W tee, more Playboy, more anime. Here's a polo with the yellow writing on the tag. It'll be decent. Denim wear. Zara jacket. Chinos of some sort. No tag. Cutter and Buck again. Rusty Crab. Kind of cool. Sailor Moon. Women's long sleeve. Bangles. Cool Lacoste. Very cool Lacoste actually. ZZ Top band tee. Reprint. Teddy Ash. No idea who that is. What that is. Cool graphic. Pink Cocaine. Cool. Polo Golf. More anime. TD Bank. Nike Golf tee. Adidas World Cup Germany soccer jersey. I have to get this one listed because it is World Cup era right now. Sportsnet Oilers tee, probably junk. And Morty, Bone Stitch, Wizard of Barrage, kind of a cool. Got sleeve hits. This feels older. The Mountain, I believe this is a good brand. That's a cool one. Seahorse, very cool. The Mountain, 2016, cool one. Tommy Hilfiger, Tommy Jeans, Overwatch, Monsters Inc, Mountain Dew, Ravens. I don't know if that's a football one. Game Boy tee, that's very cool. On a Game Boy tag. Oh, I thought it was Ed Hardy at first. A Barks, very big oversized Barks. Kind of cool still. Oh, so much stuff here. Cool animal David Carey Originals button down. Animals all over it. Upside Down. Stranger Things. There's a cool Disney Grumpy. That one's cool. Blackfoot Brewing. Don't really know why that's in there. A lot of this Cutter and Buck, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Toros. I'm assuming that's a baseball team. Jersey of some sort. Sailor Moon anime. Cool all over print. Cowboy on an anvil tag, I think. I don't know what that tag is, but cool shirt. Party don't start till we walk in. Little Miley Cyrus. Avengers. Kari shirt. UFC shirt. Women's. That's cool. Senior Frog. Decent one. Skull Rock. Junk. Star Wars tee. Diablo tee. Cool. Vix. Bug Off. Kind of a cool graphic. A lot of these are still reprint. Temptations Tour. 2001. Cool biker tee. Graphic tee. Powerpuff Girls tee. It's kind of funny. what I would have wanted. A little piece of bacon and a pig. NASA. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it has potential. Christmas tee. Garbage. Gas monkey. Kind of cool. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Waste management tee. A golf tee. Phoenix Open. Sponsored golf tee. Farm Fresh. Garbage. Never sold a lot of tank tops, but Head Rush. Center Swoosh Nike. Venture Time tee. Floyd reprint. Okay, this feels like a vintage Disney. This is a vintage Disney, like a tour Disney shirt. Kind of cool. Star t-shirt. Graphic. Hard Rock Cafe. Good one. Means graphic. French Connection. Cool all over print. They're kind of grunge Y2K. Amazing Spider-Man shirt. More Playboy. Another Nike. SpongeBob. Dragon Ball Z tee. Tokyo Ghoul anime. Red Dragon. I've sold a pair of pants. That brand. Disney. Another Grumpy tee. This one's a little bit newer. Just Moo It. Another Cows tag. SpongeBob all over. Justin Jane. I don't know if this sells, but I get a lot of it. Kids graphic motocross tee on a AAA. More anime. Vibrance on a beefy Hanes tag. Good graphic. Uniqlo anime. Teen shirt. Random cool grunge shirt. Should have been swallowed shirt. This is a crazy shirt, but that'll probably sell. So kind of Y2K. Marvel. Egan and Sarah band tee. The graphic tee. Big Bang Theory. Shawn Mendes band tee. Harvard Family Feud. I don't know what that is. For Mario. Florida Gators. Vintage graphic tractor tee. Guide London button down. Hockey shirt. Garbage. Donald's promo tee. Kind of a cool eBay item again. Bugatti. They say Bugatti? I don't think so. University of Georgia. Inouche USA. eBay item. Tiger Hill tag. Victory Polaris motorcycles. Have a cool button down. Two of them. Oh, this one's way cooler. Got the stripe on the back. Chainsaw Man anime. Sleeve hit. Polaris motorcycle. This might be worth actually a lot of money. I'm not entirely sure. Or this is just a very, very new tag and I'm out to lunch. But cool embroidery. Las Vegas. Harley. Very cool. USC. My pile's getting too big. Basic, more anime, more USC, more graphic Paramount t-shirt promo for Anchorman on a Paramount tag. Graphic tee made in the USA, Toad and Co. Texaco all over print. Pacific Whale Foundation, kind of a cool hit across the back. Off print, Rolling Stones reprint. I don't know what to do with all these reprints. Christmas. New York Jets long sleeve, more polo chaps, garbage. There is too much. Avengers 2014 movie promo. That one's vintage. Cool graphic tee. Iron Pigs baseball. Don't know anything about it. Graphic tee. Iron Man newer one. Got a knockoff Toronto Blue Jay shirt. Champion in the making. Star Wars tee. Newer Ozzy Osbourne. Newer Pocahontas. Looks like a vintage button down. It's got the pearl buttons. Fly Cattleman. Here's a vintage All Sports Pro Weight tag. Vintage Redhead, button down, Bricks and Castles, Hobbit TV show promo, graphic tee, weekend concert shirt, 2015, Eddie Bauer, Puffer, their champion blue tag reverse weave, garbage, Oregon Elite Seat, don't know why that's in there, 2014, University Cotton Classic, I don't know much about football, but I'm assuming that's like a annual tournament, or like a special event game that they do. Izod, haven't sold any of those, Donald's graphic on the road, AC/DC, oh it's not even AC/DC, something else, but it's older. On an old jerseys tag. NASCAR, Walking Dead tee, Homer Simpson tee, Office tee, Huntington Beach, California tee, on a jerseys tag, Nike, Oregon, Under Armour, Rod Stewart graphic, Superman tee, Kappa tee that's really beat, Bloom graphic tee, newer Grumpy, Metallica reprint, random beer shirt, Vana reprint, Spencer's graphic. It's a cool graphic on a color tote tag, Kawasaki hoodie, more anime, Lululemon, Joker tee, graphic tee, Crappy Grinch hoodie, more Senior Frog, NBA All-Stars shirt, random graphic tee, random Spencer shirt, Imagine Dragons tee maybe? Dragon Alliance, not sure on that one. We got a Compton tee, Polaroid tee, all over print, kind of ish. On the sides, I guess. I believe this is another NASCAR. Flip Sale 500. I believe that's a NASCAR jersey. Workout Gym World Gym tag. Kind of cool. It feels vintage. It feels old. Ashworth button down. North Face. Donna reprint. Old John Lennon button down. Luke Bryan. All right, these are like my piles I've already went through. We're almost through everything, but I had to move the camera because it was covering the lens. We got a Puma golf shirt. Bear Brick shirt. Nike Storm jacket. A lot of Superman tees in this box. Nike zip up. Big Bang Theory. Jewelry, Dr. Pepper, PGA Golf Tour. This is very cool. Still got the tag on it, dead stock. It's the second all over print Captain America. Ralph Lauren yellow tag. Colorway on that one. Thomas Dean, another cool bright colors. Charlotte Hornets reprint. All over Nike. Bob Ross tee. Rock Me Apparel. Worldwide Sportsman. Ed Sheeran band tee. Top Gun. Coldplay 2017. Beatles reprint. Yellowstone. Cool Fox. Random tee. Imagine Dragons 2013. Cool Bottle Service graphic tee. Gale hoodie. My dad has this exact shirt. This is a cool one. He was wearing it the other day and I thought it was very cool actually. Coors Light. F9 reprint. On a Marvel tag. Avengers. Brad Paisley. Random Brewing tee. Toy Story tee. Cool graphic tee. Another McDonald's promo tee. Random reprint. C Sono. Plaid. Nike Paris. Christmas Mario for kids. Nas tee reprint. Fruit of the Loom. Maroon. What that says? Maroons. On a heavyweight cotton Fruit of the Loom. Random graphic. Another Promised Neverland tee. Cool graphic. Black Label Society. Anti. Kids Cars all over. North Face. This is a Studio Ghibli anime. Oak shirt. 2013. Popeyes. All over print Superman. Steelers. Sterling Archer. I don't know what that is, but it looks vintage. Kind of Fruit of the Loom heavyweight. Leviathan. Graphic tee. Another NASA reprint. Another Nike Polo. Ash Creek Polo. Scooby-Doo reprint. One Direction. Nike top. Random graphic. Arius nose. Hancock Gasoline. Universal Studios Jack Got Your Back. Kind of cool. Stranger Things. Demigorgon. Random tie-dye. C. Loomis. I've seen this before. I don't know if it sells. University tee. Or Marvel reprints. Realtree. Graphic. Pilsner. Labatt. Blue. Chevy. New Balance hoodie. Pajama shirt of some sort. Anime. Southern Swag. Or anime. New York Yankees. Probably nothing. Shelby. The car. Or Popeyes. Feels newer. Feels older. Graphic Skull Vibe. Owl, that is garbage. Nike on a Fruit of the Loom. Ice Cube tee. Jordan. Craig Hoppers Chinos. Demon Slayer anime. Or Captain America. Or Canada. Just random junk. This looks like Olympic wear. Nike. Random beer shirt. Cape Madrid's. Cloud pants. Def Leppard reprint. Skull graphic. All over print. Here's a Fruit of the Loom best tag. Got my mojo working. Home of the Blues. Outlaw graphic tee. Wu-Tang reprint. Cactus Man. Nightmare on Elm Street reprint. Dallas Cowboys reprint. Blue Rodeo. Canadian Tour 22. Peanuts. Charlie Brown. Abbey Road. I have this in a hoodie somewhere. Carolina. 1/8 new agenda tag. A WrestleMania John Cena kids shirt. Whatever this is. Some more like reprint graphic. Fan tees. Anime. Whatever that is. I'm so done with going through all this. Looks like some Y2K stuff. The Goo Goo Dolls, maybe? Yeah, Goo Goo Dolls reprint. A lot of reprint band tees. Deadpool, Riverdale, kids shirt. Some of this is just straight junk. Ski Patrol, junk. Snowboarding shirt, junk. Anime. Star Wars, Hellboy, Stranger Things shirt. Office shirts. Browns reprint. Mayfield, Baker. Brett Kissel tee. Look at my wiener, that one's kind of funny. Mountain Dew. Beat Anime, Avengers, Marvel. Is that not Justin Bieber on there? Just Panic at the Disco? More Batman stuff. Mario Lemieux shirt. Dovo Ucock? I don't know how to say that. 12 Justin Bieber. Here we go, that should sell. Cassie might want to keep that. Chewbacca reprint. Polaris t-shirt. I don't know what this is, but it looks old. Google that one. Old Rugby. This looks like a vintage champion. This is very cool, actually. Hufflepuff Harry Potter. That one's kind of cool. Airwalk. There's an old Y2K brand. Abbotsford Air Show. All right, so my original plan was to count up all of these items and see what we were gonna make for profit. That took me like 3 hours, I think, to go through. And I really do not feel like counting all these. There has to be like 600 items here or more. And my piles of what I was keeping, maybes and not, kind of just morphed because I have no space. This was all my keep pile stuff, my maybe pile stuff in the middle, and my throwaway pile. And now I'm kind of gonna have to go through it again outside of the video because they're just blending. There's so much here. I don't know if I just do a whatnot show and sell it all like for $1 and just go. There was some cool things. I think probably if we have like, I don't know, 150 items times 20, we'll just go with that on average. That's $3,000 if it all sells. There's some very cool like button downs. There's some cool graphic stuff. A lot of it is just like modern reprint stuff, but I do think there's at least 100 to 150 items in here that you could easily get $20 for. I think there's a lot of items in here that I could get $5 to $10 for. Is it worth them sitting in my basement or in my garage taking up space and listing for them to sit for a very long time to maybe make $5? To be determined still. I think I'm better off to just do $1 starts and then just bulk sell this to my out of country buyers for all the stuff that is just like really mid-grade reprint stuff, because I don't think it's worth taking up the space and the listing time to make $5 is personally my take, but maybe that's a selfish look at it. But I think there's probably $2,000 to $3,000 worth of profits here. How quickly I'll get them out, they're not super amazing fast seller items, I don't think. Like some are, some aren't. For $100, I don't think I went wrong. I think between the Carhartt pants, a couple of Kappa, a couple of the pinks, a couple of the polos, Ralph Lauren's, easily over that $100. I think you could make, like I said, $2,000 to $3,000 on this. I don't really know where else to take this other than I have a lot to clean up and go through. Well, that's the bill break. Maybe in my next vlog, I'll put in what I decided to do, or when I get to organizing this. I have a lot of other chores to do, so we shall see. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the break. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs. I will see you in the next vlog or bill break. Peace.